Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode number 79 of Minnows to Kings, back here in San Marino with SS Cosmos, where today we're actually trying to kickstart our European campaign with a home game against Manchester City. So, the games keep getting easier for us. really easy for us. Our under-20s did actually manage to pull off another draw, though, against Man City's under-18s. So they are not bottom of the group. They're actually doing pretty well, the under-18s. And bear in mind that they're mostly made up of players from San Marino, with the exception maybe of Jack Walker. They're doing really well. Now, there's not been that long since the last game, the Monaco game. We've only had the one game in between. I've been on the YouTubes, I've been on the internets, and I've been looking for something a bit tactically more sound for us in Europe, because we're just conceding too many goals. So this is what I've come up with. I'm not entirely sure whose tactic it was, but it's something I've picked up off FM Scout, and it's to potentially make us a bit more defensively solid for these European games. So it is Agbula in goal on a sweeper keeper. Again, a man who is improving very much. He's doing fantastic for us. We're keeping the complete wing backs, but we have dropped them back into more of a defensive shape. So Chappelle is the complete wing back on the right hand side, with Sarr on the left hand side. So hoping to get some better performances out of those two. We're then going to go with, is it Savelli I want in there? It is, because Cipriano suspended. Savelli on the right hand side of the back three central defenders. Onto a ball-playing defenders with Bono on the left-hand side. We're then going to go with a libero in the middle. Now, this is something that Davide Bossiccio is well suited to, and you can see just how much he is improving as a footballer. The man on loan from Lazio, but he can play as a libero, so hoping to get something out of him. We're then going to go with wide midfielders, and now Lovgren is going to play on the right-hand side, Fischer on the left-hand side. With two ball-winning midfielders in the centre, with Revolta, who has now dropped his unhappiness concerns. He's happy to stay at Cosmos now. These are issues, though. We've also got Romero in there. He is consistent, which is good, and he enjoys big matches, which is also good. But again, improving as a footballer. And then we've got a lone striker, which is Kudryk, as a pressing forward. Now, Kudryk is okay in this position. Again, he's got some fairly decent attributes. He could do with being a little bit more aggressive, having a little bit more pace maybe, but enjoys big matches and is consistent. So that's what we're going to go with. We've got nothing going on up here, but that's absolutely fine. We're also dropped onto cautious. We've gone a bit more direct. So hopefully we can be a little bit more defensive. So that's the team that we're going to go with for today. So without further ado, let's get into the game. Have a quick look at the Manchester City squad. Edison is playing in goal. He's still playing. Frenkie de Jong still there. I don't reckon. Ruben Dias is still there. I don't recognise any of the others though. Same with the bench. Tuchel, the manager, came out and said that he expects an easy game. So hopefully complacency is going to kick in. They've got a lot of the kids on. Hopefully. So, we've beaten Manchester City before at the San Marino Stadium, so maybe we can do it again, because we need something to kickstart our group campaign, because as it stands, we are going out with a whimper, unfortunately. Anyway, Bono clears that long, but it's now Aydin who finds Lias. Now Hernando, great ball forward towards Nield, but that's a fantastic tackle by Bono there. Gets back, but it has gone out for a corner to Manchester City. It's going to be taken by Elias. He's gone deep, heads towards Ruben Dias, but it's headed well clear by Helder Sarr there. And with this tactic, I'm not expecting to be flowing, attacking football. It's more about maybe being defensively solid, grabbing a goal like this maybe from free kicks and counter-attack. That was a poor free kick by Romero though, but he has rescued it. Now it's Bono and Lovgren to Bono again. Bossiccio, that's a poor pass to Fischer though. And now it's Nield to Spahic. Frenkie de Jong looking out wide towards Madueke. advancing down this left-hand side. Chappelle stops him in his tracks. It's Largo to Hernando, looking for that through ball again to Nield. It's a fantastic through ball again, and we've been caught out by that ball twice now, but it's a fantastic save by Agbula there. Man City piling the pressure on. We have not done anything going forward yet, but that's okay. It's, like I said, it's about being defensively solid. It is about being defensively solid and maybe grabbing a goal on the counter. We're going to get into the half-time break at 0-0, which is very pleasing. I'm pleased with that. I'm going to tell the boys they're doing well. I'm going to see also if our assistant's got any suggestions for the opposition. Not hold back when tackling Frenkie de Jong. And trigger the press on Ruben Dias as well. Okay, we'll go with it. See if that improves our fortunes any better. It is a corner for Man City though, to be taken by Lias. It's towards that near post, and Aiden has won the header out the near post, and we've conceded from a set piece, which is very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. We've defended so well in this game so far, and then to go behind from a set piece goal is not ideal, and we may need to move to something a bit more attacking, because we are yet to register a shot. Let's go for it. Let's make some changes. Let us get Tano on the pitch for Fisher. In terms of the midfield, we want it to be this way round. The defence is fine. That's absolutely fine. And let's, now that we're behind, we just need to go for it. We need to go for it. We need to do something a bit more going forward. We've barely been out of our half. We've barely seen the ball. But again, wing-backs is proving an issue. But Lias with the corner for Man City again. And again, they've won the header. It's Aiden again. Let's make some changes again, although we don't really have any other wing-backs. Let's get Apaya on. We're swapping with Savelli. I've already taken Fisher off, which was our other option at left wing-back. Traore is back as well. How's Revolta's having a poor game? Let's get Traore on. That's all of our substitutions made now. Hopefully we can offer something in the last 15 minutes. But it's Spahik with the throw-in to Secunza. Now Simic to Lias. Driving forward. Bono cuts that one out though. And Apaya looking for Kudrig. Nods it down now. It's Eric Tano. Emmanuel Tano. I keep calling him Eric. I don't know why I keep calling him Eric. Anyway, Savelli advancing down the right hand side. It's in towards Tano, but it's gone over him. But Lovgren rescues it. Now Tano again. Lovgren pulls it back to Helder across to Romero, and Gines Romero bags his third goal of the season, and that is absolutely fantastic. We have pulled the goal back against Manchester City. The change in tactic has worked. It's got us back into the game. It's great play down this side. Now the question is, do I change it back? Do I go back defensive? It may be too late because they've got a highlight straight from kickoff, but we have actually picked up another red card. We've picked up another red card, and this time it's Nicolo Kudrig. That is absolutely awesome. I think we have to change it back. Cantano will play on the left-hand side, sort of. We're going to play without a striker. It's another red card, though. What's that now in the group stage? 4 in 3 games? It's shocking. Shocking. Free kick to Manchester City on the edge of the D, though, to be taken by Lias. It's a good one, and it's clipped the top of the crossbar and gone behind for a goal kick. Let's just hold on for a point now. Let's just try and take something from this game. You can see that Madrid are beating Monaco at home. Agbula with the goal kick, though, into stoppage time is looking for, I believe it was Lovgren. Secunza, though, now Ruben Dias been allowed to advance with the ball. Of course, we don't have the pressing forward anymore. Ruben Dias plays the ball through to Hernando, but it's well cut out, and Agbula just clears the ball. We've got nobody up front, though, so the ball's just going to keep coming back for this last couple of minutes. It's Lias to Secunza, through ball to Hernando again, and Agbula's rescued us. Agbula has rescued us there with a fantastic save, but into the final minute, and we do have another highlight, but it's Bosisio now to Eric Apaya. He's forced back to Agbula, who's just booted it long, and it's going to come straight back. Edison's going to pick this one up and plays it out to Ruben Dias. We're sitting very deep here. It's Lias with the ball. Simic looking out wide to Udogie. Udogie looking to get the ball into the box. He finds Simic instead. Now it's Renan with the ball across. It's Hernandez. Udogie. It's a fantastic block. It's been given as a free kick though. It looks like there was an offside in there. And we are over the stoppage time now. It's Agbula again with the goal kick. And we just need the ref to blow the whistle. Lovgren doesn't win the header. Ruben Dias does. It's Spahic. And there is the full-time whistle. With a backs-to-the-wall performance, we've had one shot on target and it's gone in. We've picked up a draw at home to Manchester City. And we are finally off the board in the Champions League group stage, which is fantastic. It's not a win. I can't see us picking up a win this season, if I'm being truthful. But we are off the board, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. It is another red card though, which I'm appalled by. But it's £800,000 in the banks. Kudryk and Lovren are both suspended for the next game. Financially, we're around about the 20 million mark, 19.2 million. We do lose a lot of money every month. Obviously, wage-wise, we are spending a fortune now on wages. We're at £109,000 a week. Also, in terms of facilities, the scouting costs, we're still spending a fortune on scouting. But in terms of the facilities, the training facilities, they cost a lot of money to upkeep. Anyway, that's a pretty decent result against Manchester City. We've got 3 games to play in between, and we'll come back for the second leg away at the City of Manchester Stadium. So I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Right then, guys, welcome back to San Marino, where we are now away at the City of Manchester Stadium. A few games while you were gone, very, very comfortable. I'm just keeping an eye on the attendances. We're averaging around about 1,500 for the home games, which is good. It could be better, considering we can get 4,700 in here. But if we have a look, financially wise, if I can find it, gate receipts here. We've brought in £300,000 last month, and we're around about £800,000 for the season. We compare that to last season, where we brought in just under £1 million. We're only in November, so gate receipts wise, we are bringing in more money, which is fantastic. It would be nice to fill the stadium though. Try and keep this ticking over, because we are using it, as I said, after the Manchester City game, which was at the San Marino Stadium, and I'm highly disappointed that those games are played at the San Marino Stadium. The gate receipts from there, especially teams like Man City bringing 2,600 fans over, would be fantastic. But we are taking on Man City. We are with our defensive formation again. Lineup today is going to be Agbula as per in goal. Savelli is going to play this complete wing back on the right. Chappelle has picked up a torn calf muscle. He's out for 2 to 4 months, and he's only been out for 11 days so far. So that's a little bit disappointing. So Savelli is going to be playing there, Sarr as the left wing back. We've then got Bosisio, Bono and Cipriani as the back 4. Fisher is playing as that wide midfield on the left again, with Selva, the young Samorise player. He's going to play as the right midfielder. Incidentally, he is, for somebody from San Marino, he's very, very good. He's got 7 goals in the league so far for us. He's also got 1 in the Champions League from the bench. He's pretty decent for a Samorise player. And that is kind of one of the long-term goals of this save, is to get it to the point where the squad is players from San Marino. We are trying to build up the nation as a whole. So investing in the youth facilities and the youth recruitment here is pretty important to us. We've got exceptional youth recruitment and excellent academy coaching. So hopefully we start to get some better youth prospects coming through. So like I say, that is one of the long-term goals, is to have a majority San Marino squad. Another one who is pretty good for us is Ottaviani. He's 25-year-old now, 52 caps with 6 goals. So he's pretty decent. But yeah, Selva's going to play as the wide midfielder on the right, with Revolta and Romero as the 2 ball-win midfielders. We're then going to play Elinaldo up front as the pressing forward. He can play as a pressing forward on what do we play support or attack? Support. So yeah, he can actually play there as a pressing forward on support. He's got some good attributes for that, other than his passing. His passing is pretty poor. Teamwork and work rate also, but it's something he can play with, and why not give him a try? We're not really expecting to get anything from the City of Manchester Stadium. Man City are probably going to have the kids out again, though, although they are actually struggling themselves in the group so far. We've got De Jong again, Edison. No Ilias for us this time, which is good because he seems to be the danger man the few times that we've played against Manchester City. But yeah, Hernando's there, number 10. He's obviously a first team player, but 40, 33, potentially not first team players for Manchester City. So we're gonna tell them all that we've got faith in them, like we always do for these games, and just hope we can defend well. Look how many Cosmos fans have come to the City of Manchester Stadium. That's fantastic. So we're just going to hope that we can defend well. You can see Man City, the top three in the group are quite close together, and then there's us just a little bit further behind. So Man City do need to get themselves a result as well. And we do have the first highlight of the game in the 23rd minute, and it's Revolta nicking the ball there. It's Elinaldo back to Revolta. He had a pass there, but he chose not to take it. It's Selva to Revolta again. He's gone back to Cipriano. Finds Savelli out on the right hand side. Now Revolta again. Cipriano, Savelli. Have we got any end product from this good possession spell? In towards Elinaldo, who finds Selva again. He's took it past his man. He's gone by himself. It's a great effort, but Edison watches it past the post, and we've started better so far as opposed to the last game. We've actually had a shot this time round. Atletico Madrid and Monaco are drawing 1-1 in Monaco, so that keeps the group fairly close. But Renan finds Largo. Renan again to Frenkie de Jong in towards Hernando. Now, Lias is playing. Secunza brings the ball down. It's a poor effort, though. I didn't see Lias there before. Unless he's got some kind of weird name. There he is. It is Ilias. In the match engine, it's hard to see his name properly. I don't know whether it's Lias or Ilias or whatever, because the I's and the L's look the same. But it is Ilias. We're doing well. We're doing really well. We've got into half-time again at 0-0, which is fantastic. Let's not concede one straight after break like we did last time. We're also going to praise them, tell them they've done well. Edison comes a long way out of his box there. That's typical Edison there. Frenkie de Jong, though, into Hernando. Looking over the top towards Al Habib. Al Habib pulls the ball back to de Jong. He's got Aydin there. Now Maduke back to Renan. We've kept our shape well here. Into Maduke again. Frenkie de Jong. Elinaldo putting the pressure on. It's Renan again, though. The great ball over the top towards Secunza, but he's put the ball wide of the post. Akbula made himself big there, narrowed the angle. And we should be behind. We should be behind there. Anyway, it's Frenkie de Jong looking over the top towards Al Habib again. Pulls the ball across towards Secunza. Now Al Habib. Ball into Hernando, and Hernando has hit the crossbar. Sar's having a good game at wing-back. They are, again, advanced. It's a great tackle by Sar, though. Let's not do that, boys. Come on. Elinaldo is not even going to challenge this. It's Ruben Dias brings the ball down. Now it's Frenkie de Jong. Great ball over the top towards Samardzic, who chips it over. Agbula does Lazar Samardzic. It's a great ball over the top. And it's time to go a bit more attacking now that we've gone behind. Let's see if we can pull something out of the bag here. We'll swap these around. Fisher can play as a centre midfielder. He's very, very good as a centre midfielder for us. He is very decent. He's a Carrilero, though, which is not what we play him as. We play him as a Mazzala, but he's got some decent attributes for that. So we're gonna make that change. We're gonna go with that. See if we can get ourselves back into the game like we did at our place. It was a fantastic ball over the top by Frenkie de Jong. Great ball. It's a nice calm finish as well. I thought Man City had scored there, but no, it's a free kick. It's Secunza with the free kick. It's got a load of whip on it, but not quite enough. It's just got too much height on it, and it's gone off the crossbar and behind. We're going to demand more from them. Can we go down the other end and bag ourselves a goal? Secunza with the corner, though. It's gone deep towards Aydin, and it's a great save by Egbula again. He's really developing quite well for us, is Ralph in goal there. But 15 minutes to go, and we are still trailing. As things stand, this is potentially us out of the Champions League. I think we'd be too far behind Madrid to qualify for the knockout stages. In fact, I think we'd be too far behind to qualify for any stage of Europe. Much better performance though. Savelli and Cipriano had poor games. I realise I didn't actually make any substitutions either there. But we've only lost 1-0 at the City Manchester Stadium. I'm pleased with that. That's a decent result. Would have been nice to get a point at least to somewhat keep ourselves in the group. But we've got a 5-point deficit now to third place. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, isn't it? More suspended players though, so we actually now need to go to Monaco and pick up a result. We then need to bring Atletico here and pick up a result as well if we've got any chance of progressing through this group. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for us. But it is all part of that building process. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, as always. And I will see you all for the next episode, which is going to be Monaco and Madrid. I've been Dean, and I'll see you all next time.
I don't really know what comes next, I'm just doing my best.